Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today we're going to talk about hopping on trends.
Often you'll see businesses in your local area or wherever, you'll see that businesses pop up based on the trends that are going on. It could be that special tea or smoothies, or it could be anything. Flavor. What is it called? Axe throwing. These businesses pop up. Escape rooms. They always pop up all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about how to either succeed based off a trend, or how to build a business that could easily adapt to trends. Because where the eyes are, where people are going, the money goes, and the business, would like to take advantage of those trends.
Or also, don't feel victim to the trend where you feel that you're pressured and you have to adopt. You can be creative and make a spin-off of the trend.
Exactly.
For example, there was a trend, or this still kind of is dwindling, where they were fucking sticking lavender in like coffee. I don't want this
don't
to
get
be,
into it.
I don't want, I'm just saying lavender is a known endocrine disruptor. You can Google that yourself. Endocrine disruptor. Lavender is, whether you like it or not. Can't argue with the science.
But if you like it, then you like it. Keep going.
For example, if I was a coffee shop owner and someone was like, oh yeah, put lavender in the coffee, I would say, hey, that's a great idea, but go fuck yourself. I'm gonna put some maybe passion fruit or some other flavoring in the coffee and say something like, want to try something different than lavender? Try this like lemon myrtle or some kind of spin on a different type of exotic herbal flavoring in a coffee.
But essentially what you're talking about is how to build a business and adapt to trends rather than building a business around a trend.
But also being open-minded to create a spin on something if you kind of don't agree with it and you just don't want to do that to the public.
Yeah, adapting to the trend.
Yes.
Yes. So essentially, like, let's throw a random... Let's talk about, like, what's a random business that we could talk about how to adapt to certain trends?
Well, when trends pop up, you notice that there'll be an initial pioneer that will bring it to a certain area, and then you'll get some competitors that pop up. Right now we're seeing a lot of these smoothie shops, which I think has been going on for a while. Now these smoothie shops are trying to have like a different twist where they're mixing the smoothies with like vitamins.
The thing is that I hate about, I can't say hate. The things that I don't like about those smoothie shops that have been popping up everywhere is that they all taste the same, and none of them feel like they're passionate about the actual smoothies. I am a big fan of that shit, right? I love juice, like fresh squeezed juice. I love smoothies. Whenever I go into these stores, it feels like it's more for the Instagram. It's more for the trend. Whereas I would like to go into a smoothie shop and get some fresh shit and have it feel like they're actually passionate about the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bothers me about businesses that start up because of trends. You almost are taking the passion out of it, which is making the quality of the product or the service lower. Because you're trying to hop on that trend, you're trying to make a quick buck, almost like instant gratification, and it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, because you're jumping from one thing to the other. What I would recommend for someone who is trying to capitalize on a trend, take whatever the trend is. Let's say, I don't know, let's say lamb became suddenly really, really popular, lamb chops. I wouldn't start like a lamb chop shop. I would start like more of just like a general barbecue smoked meats type of thing that offers the lamb chops. That way you have a safety net in your business that if the lamb chops, they're not popular anymore, you can fall back on just like the general smoked meats and barbecue type of offering. So pick a more umbrella blanket type of business that you can fall back on.
And then take advantage of trends.
Work the trend in it, and then you'll have a fallback.
Exactly.
Because trends die, and then you look dated.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I went to an escape room once or twice, and I never really did it again. But what came out of that trend was certain entertainment businesses like Level 99. I'm just going to throw that one out there. That's the first one I can think of. Yeah. That is a great example of someone who created a business that would adapt to trends. because not only is it just naturally great for social media, for exposure like that, but it also can include and incorporate trends that, you know, are going on and, you know, in a great way while not depending on that trend.
I got one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The cupcake thing that was going on a few years back.
Jesus.
Cupcake here, cupcake there, cup. I'm not gonna go crazy. They're everywhere. Start a bakery and offer cupcakes. Now these little cupcake shops are going out of business. People burnt out on cupcakes. What do they want now? What's the hot pastry that people want? Cookies. Crumble.
Well, cookies have been a thing for a while.
Crumble.
People have been very successful.
You got insomnia. You got, this, cookie that, cookie.
The time has come for this cookie. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Bye-bye.
There's going to be a time where that kind of fizzles out. But if you started a bakery, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
You know, it's funny. I've been thinking about that a lot recently.
It's crazy.
I've been for some reason, I've been thinking about the food industry a lot and how, you know, things are changing, businesses are adapting, and
Get the brownie idea.
well, hey, relax. Yeah, it's a good one.
Chill out.
No, it's a good idea, but imagine like a bakery, a good bakery that was online. I've never seen like.
I have seen online bakeries. There are, and they do like mail. They typically do really well too.
Yeah,
really well.
really fucking well.
Online type of like bakeries, brownie delivery. They just wrap it in plastic and stuff like that. But I don't want to get off.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get
off topic. But
one example that they gave me was Stanley Cups. Now that's a little bit different because the whole trend there is more of something. It's like a luxury that people want. It's a nice water bottle. Obviously, people are getting away from plastics, and water is a big trend. It's been a big trend for a while. The pH, hydrogen water. There's always trending stuff. Lark did a phenomenal job, but I don't think they marketed themselves properly. We're not affiliated with them at all, but they're a company that came out around the same time as COVID, and essentially it's a water bottle that had UV sanitation in the cap. So you'd put water in the bottle, you put the cap on, and press a button, and it'd be UV sanitation because people were really getting into that during COVID. Wow. That was really cool. And now they're starting to do different stuff. But water bottles have been something that has been trending for a while. Stanley, I think, has done a very good job because if you think about it, Hydro Flask, all these companies have done phenomenal just off of cool or, heated water bottles. Now, that is a certain trend that's a little bit different than what we're talking about because they essentially just put their own twist on that thing that has been trending for a long time. It's very popular. I wouldn't even say it's a trend. I'd say it's just popular, I think that they did, I hate saying a good job because there's always water bottle companies popping up, but they're at a certain price where people can try them out and get a new one, and they're not really supposed to be replaceable, but when a new one comes out, people are going to hop on it just because that's it's aesthetic.
There's a cool one made by the Ultimate Human. It's called the hydrogen.
Yeah, so I was actually going to talk to you about that. Hydrogen water is becoming a trend.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a handful of new water bottles that come out that are specifically made to add hydrogen to the water.
You know what's so crazy is I went to a natural trade show years ago. I could have sworn there was a guy that had a machine that could do this.
But is that beneficial though?
What was crazy is he did a demonstration. He goes, and this worried me a little bit because if somebody hit the wrong button on the thing, they could hurt themselves. So he had a machine, literally you hit a button, you could make your tap water like a strong, stringent cleaner. And he took the water after like treating it and then like was cleaning a surface. But I'm like, if you drank that by accident and someone's like, let me hit the hydrogen button, and then they hit the bleach button and someone's drinking it going, the liability there is kind of crazy. But anyways,
Yeah, that's
there
wild.
was a machine that could do that.
That's interesting.
But I think because of how Dana White endorsing all that stuff, and it's putting it on the map, so to speak. There's a lot of really cool things out there that people just don't know about. There's herbs, there's supplements, there's things that people like. Years ago, I heard about a supplement called octacosanol, OCTAC. On and on. Octacosanol. Google it. But allegedly, this supplement, which is a compound that you don't really see a lot of it in supplements, it makes your body use oxygen better. A lot of runners know about it. So if you're in the gym pumping weights, doing some cardio or whatever, if you took octacosanol, which I think, don't quote me on this, I think it might be derived from wheat germ. I don't know. But it helps your body absorb oxygen.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that wasn't given, I guess you could say, the fame, or it wasn't brought into a level where there is a trend. I remember like ginkgo biloba was trendy back in like the early 2000s.
What was that drink sweetener?
Stevia.
No. Guarine.
You mean guarana?
Guarana, maybe.
That's a energy. That's a stimulant.
I remember there was a drink that used that as a sweetener, I feel like. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
It's in a lot of energy drinks, and guarana, I believe, is a stimulant. But I wanted to talk about a trend that we're seeing a lot of. Artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Everybody's talking about AI. It's everywhere we see. It's everywhere we turn our heads.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
When it comes to AI, I feel like people are relying too much on it, where we're losing quality. Let's take an example. There are tools that can make clips for TikTok for this show. We run a couple tests. The words are wrong. It's not accurate. They're not really good clips that would capture someone's attention. It's just a mess. I really feel that AI does need more time on the learning phase. It's not a one-click solution yet, because we have tried to use AI here and there for content writing, not prospecting, different. Content writing. And we hit go, and it's writing shit that's not true. So it's not exactly 100% there yet. So what I'm trying to get at is, with the trend of AI, proceed with caution.
AI is getting kind of crazy though, too.
It is. It's
creating, especially with creating images.
Yeah, but I'm referring to not data mining, which it's very good at, and sorting and parsing data. That's different. I'm talking about AI for creative. That means graphics, video clips, writing, things that normally took the creativity of a human to put down on paper, to convey through graphics.
I don't think that'll ever be replaced.
To expect. I don't know. I don't want to sound arrogant and say, oh, that will never be that way. But as it is right now, everything that I'm seeing that's AI created, let's talk about images. Do you ever look at the fingers on an image created by the fingers are like spaghetti? What is that? We gotta, that the fingers are always like, there's like 20 fingers. That tells me, so here's the thing, if you created a graphic using that and someone was savvy and says, the graphic looks cool, but why does the person have 30 fingers? Stuff like that, the attention to detail. Obviously, if you did it, you could probably edit it out. But it is not a one-click, reliable, one-stop solution just yet to 100% rely on. There are people from my industry that have told me verbatim, hey, I saved myself a bunch of money. I fired all my copywriters. Are you sure you want to do that? I don't recommend it. If you want to use AI, let your copywriters provide for their families, pay their bills, and work. But just say, hey, if you want to use AI, screen the writing, Go through it and edit it, because the chances of mistakes are higher than you think. People are cranking out content using fucking AI, thinking they're gonna kick their feet up and just crank out dog shit. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna do the dog shit. But no, seriously, they think it's just like, hey, it's a free ride. Boom, boom, boom. You have to go through those pieces of content, whether it's graphics, video clips, or content writing, and screen them. That still requires an editor. So don't feel like you're a big shit by firing your copywriters. You still need them to double check and qualify and verify that what the AI is writing is relevant and correct.
100%,
because
yeah.
I have seen a shitload of mistakes.
Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all whatsoever.
But sometimes people are, ChatGPT. They're blindly cranking shit out. And it's just,
ChatGPT is essentially just another, it's another like,
it's concerning to me because I didn't fire any copywriters. I just said, hey, if you want to use AI to help you, please review it and screen it and edit it. If it can make you more productive, it can make you more productive. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't 100% rely on it. For the record, none of my staff use AI generated content. They don't have any interest in doing it. Because if you're a real writer, if you're a real creative, you want to write that shit yourself.
but you're a perfect example of adapting to a trend.
Exactly. So if you're adopting AI, it's a trend. It's very hot. You probably want to sound like you're hip in your industry. Proceed with caution. Pay very close attention to what it's doing and what it is producing, and the quality, accuracy, relevancy. Look at all that, and assess yourself. How much of this trend, specifically AI, do you want to implement? Where within what part of your business? Now, what I will say is AI is really good for is data mining. Very, very good. It can do the work of 1,000 people in a blink of an eye. It will analyze billions of lines of code, billions of lines of records, like that. It will make a decision. Bang. Now, when it comes to, because data mining is very different than creation.
Yeah.
Creation from the mind, something that's creative, that is designed to convey a message or get someone to react, get someone to lean in. Now we're talking about getting into psychology, identifying what is the need and the want. What am I talking about? Is this a headline for an ad? What would resonate with somebody? What's important to someone? Yeah, triggering those emotions. I have seen what AI produces, and I'm not giving it a score of 100. I feel in the future it will be close, maybe not 100%, but that's my opinion. That's based on what I have seen and what I have observed.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. Like
I want to stress for the record, this is only for creative.
Yeah, it'll
Audio, video, and text.
AI will never have a personal touch to anything. That's at the end of the day, it just won't.
See, I have trouble with the word never, because based on some leaders in the AI space, that guy that used to work for Google, the Arab dude.
Yeah.
He was saying that AI is getting more and more intelligent at a scary and concerning rate, which we've discussed before. That makes me go, would it get there where there wouldn't be any issues? Where if it's getting more intelligent and more and more and more, I think possibly it might.
It could.
It might get there, maybe at 99%, but not 100.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time we post a new episode. Also, check us out on Instagram for clips, updates, more. Catch you next time. Peace out.